Good evening. My name is Rosslyn Butler, and welcome to Health, Life, and Insurance. My podcast consists of a platform that's to entice, insure, and provide help and information to people seeking insurance policies, IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, different types of life insurance policies to help their families to secure wealth, generational wealth, and assistance in everyday circumstances. As you all know, we probably found in this last year that we were totally unprepared for the financial crisis as well as the health crisis and also the grief crisis that this pandemic has brought forward with the loss of life. And one of the things that we all need to be crucially aware of is that there's so many different types of policies. Which one is the right one for you? This is where we get into looking at a financial needs analysis. One of the things that we do for people in general is this financial needs analysis, because you never know which components you're missing. Those of you that happen to work for a Fortune 500 company or a company with benefits, they usually offer you a package deal as an employee. And that's something that should be taken very seriously. It's usually group plans, which means that it's going to be a cheaper or lower amount for you to get into. Many people struggle with paying their bills as opposed to paying for their insurance. But let me assure you that in a time of need, such as last year, when things shut down and there was no other money coming in and you had to start applying for unemployment, I'm sure in the back of the recesses of your mind, you thought of an insurance agent that you wished you had taken that policy that they had suggested to you. Many of us have Aflac, Colonial, Guardian, different policies and different companies that come to visit your place of employment. And they're there for a specific reason. Many people think that they don't need it, but in times of crisis and money is low or you're ill and cannot work for whatever reason, a terrible automobile accident, an unexpected decline in your health, those types of bread and butter policies are there for you and your children and your family to sustain through the tough times. And to take 40, 50, 60, even $100 a month to put aside for the comfort of knowing that if something happens, you're going to be protected and your children will be protected means a lot. Our podcast is intended to stimulate a desire to fulfill a need that people should have to protect their families through situations. There's a myriad of policies to fit every budget, every family type. Some families include two-parent household. Some are two parents with their parents included. You may have a child with a disability or, again, aging parents. And at some point, it's going to become incumbent upon you to make sure that these parents have some type of protection, because you will end up being the one putting forth this money out of your pocket. So we're going to be getting into how to protect the entire family, not just your immediate family. Our desire is to see that your every step of the way is during these ever-changing times of life circumstances, that you will be able to meet and even enhance your ability to secure a favorable outcome. I feel the pandemic has created a very intense need to secure and obtain financial security for your employment. Believe it or not, you do have unemployment insurance that your employer is required to pay for you, but that will only last so many weeks. What happens after that? Luckily, in this pandemic, they developed renters insurance. or renter's assistance, correct me, and it's going to help everyone to sustain through another year, if so be it that this will continue. But just think, if you had that income protection policy for $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a month, how much more comfortable your life would be at this point because unexpected unemployment. So the people that have it are pretty much okay. People that don't have it could be struggling. And this is why you've been talked to about the benefits of insurance. Do not negate the fact that this is what we're doing, helping you to structure your finances so that in tough times, money is there. Should you have an unintended death situation in your family, you or one of your children, the wealth that can be transferred from that policy, be it 200,000, 300,000 death benefit, could crucially make a difference in a family's ability to sustain without going into poverty. This evening, we're